All right, thanks everybody for coming up. For those of you that I don't know or don't know me, my name is Jacob Johnson. I'm the head coach for Back. I am the meet director and all sorts of things for this weekend. I think I might have to announce some, maybe time, maybe meet Marshall. We'll have to see how everything goes. But thank you guys all for attending. This is obviously a really big meet for our youngest swimmers, and getting them excited about the opportunity to finish the season strong. Can get them hooked in the sport for hopefully long term. So we're really excited to host a meet with a lot of pomp and circumstance for them. So let's see. There's if you haven't noticed, I imagine you have checked out the meet landing page, but that's kind of where everything is. If you did attend the meet last year, not a lot of totally different things in terms of logistics or organization, but we'll go through it. So, facility overview. Verona is hosts a lot of meets for swimmers from our area, but it's possible that those of you from farther away have not attended much here. Um, on the website. You know what? Let me go ahead and do a share here so I can go through that rather than my face. Okay. So here's, like I said, here's the meet landing page. We have the parking information. We'll have some signage out for people as well. I may not do this if it's going to be that slow. Uh, Coaches, if you're there first, so the yellow lot is fine. It just looks really big, and it isn't because it's got a lot of like drop off lanes and like traffic controls like that. So it is a deceptively small number of spots. So we anticipate that'll fill up. The green area is, or the green parking lot is one that is able to have more spots and get you in there. You can walk in through here or through the yellow arrow on the door there. We have door open times posted on the session reports as well. We do have the competition pool, 8 lane, 25 yards, a little diving well. The warm water pool has been down for quite a while. It's going to fix like, I think they're fixing it next week, right? But so we'll have that deck space, so that pool is not going to be open. Um, Deck space, there's no real assignments or anything. There's just a space all kind of around. There's some bleachers behind and underneath the mezzanine behind the blocks. There's a lot more bleachers they'll bring on deck, and then there's a lot of space in the warm water pool area as well. One thing with it being broken that's nice is they're going to drop the temperature down in there. Last year it just was it gets a little hot in there. If you're not familiar with the spectator space, it's all upper level. It's all mezzanine seating on the start end and then the lane 8 side that runs the length of the pool. The lane 1 side, that's where the diving wall sticks out. The turn end, there's about 10, 15 feet of, maybe a little more than that, 15, 20 feet of deck space till you get to a big glass wall that separates the warm water pool and the competition pool. So there at the turn end, that's where you'll see award podiums and that sort of thing. We'll have staging for awards just on the other side of the glass wall. So in the warm water pool area, it'll be clearly marked and you can't miss it. But that's for all the awards, excuse me, coming down with something. Hopefully, kick it before this weekend. We also have the atrium space, common space, cafeteria space. Yeah, any of them are interchangeable, but we call it the atrium, or they call it the atrium. That's going to be a great space that, frankly, people don't take advantage of enough. It's a great place to chill, especially if you got obviously if you got like a relay only swimmer that they're only there for that first race. You know, they kind of got to be in the pool area, but somebody that has a lot of stuff and is one of those last events, that's a great spot to camp out. That's also where we're going to have the photo booth. That's where we're going to have all the awards that aren't part of the awards, the awards presentations, and then that's where Simply Swimming is going to be with their apparel. Um, there are, let's see, off the warm water pool. I'm trying to figure out this place. Okay, so this is the building. The competition pool is here. The warm water pool is here. There's some doors here, and then this will all be very easy to find. There's a bunch of single-use restrooms there that are perfect for coaches. There's also, if you want to go towards the atrium, all those restrooms in there are just open and unassigned. There's a long hallway along this part of the building that we control access to, and that's an athletes slash coaches only, but no parents. And that's where the athlete locker rooms are. Down kind of the opposite side, actually, if I show this here, um, if you were to go in this door here, which is reserved for their aquatic staff, um, this is where the competition pool is, but down here is where the hospitality room is. That's where we'll have check-in and everything else like that. Let's see. So yeah, we check in outside of hospitality. I'll be set up there. If you weren't aware, there's some issues with the USA Swimming database right now. So your normal way of like showing me on your phone may not work. I did just get emailed today an up-to-date checklist of all the coaches, all 500 of us in the state, and whether we're certified or not. So I will be able to approve you one way or the other. We'll have wristbands, so make sure once you get those, you have it on all weekend. Team mailboxes, we'll have those initially where you check in, and then also if you want to store stuff in there, that's totally fine. We'll have an entry list for the entire meet. We'll have relay sheets by session if you have any relays. We're going to print some of that multicultural zone flyer, I believe, and then we'll also have a flyer for the coach and official social. Um, Come to the social, guys. Like I think one of the interesting things about this relatively new meet format is that having 10 under in senior state the same weekend sort of forces a lot of teams to send a coach to 10 under or coaches to 10 under that maybe don't get to travel as much and don't get to interact with outside of their area coaches as much. So this is a great opportunity to come and hang out and meet some other coaches and just do some interacting. Session report and schedule. So the session report is posted. Like I said, my internet's being slow. Um, Session report's posted. Should have everything. Good Lord. Should have everything, including doors open, including warm up times on every session page. It does spell out the breaks. The breaks are pretty standard. After the relays, there's a break with no awards. Then after a set of 4 events, there's a break for the relay awards. Another set of 4 events, a break for the first 4, and then at the end, there's a big long break for usually 6 or 7 events. Um, there is one right here. You can see this is Sunday AM boys. There's an extra 5-minute break. It was just a very quick turnaround between the flies and the 50s free, right? With the flies being smaller events and the 50s frees being such quick events, we thought it was prudent to throw a break in there. So hopefully everybody else is spread out as much as possible. One of the things, the other plea besides trying to get you to attend the social is the coach advisory council meetings that we have as an LSC. That's where we talk about, digest, dissect, format or talk about the format for these state meets. So if you have any opinions on it, we'd love for you to attend one of those. Or if you can't attend because it just doesn't conflict or whatever, talk to myself or any other coach that you want to talk to get your opinions out there. One of the things I'm looking at for a way to improve this in the future is right now, this is how we've done it for several years, but the awards here at the end for these events. So if you are a boys 10 under breaststroker that got a podium place, you're done and cooled down by like 10:30, 10:40, and you're probably sticking around an hour to do your award. And I don't know if there's a better way to do it. Maybe one more break before the 200s. But I don't know. That stretches out the meet for other people. So if anybody has any opinions on any of that, we'd love to keep improving this meet. Award logistics, I mentioned that they'll be at the turn end of the pool. Staging will be around in the warm water pool. We'll lead them out by the kind of lane 1 corner. We'll lead them out and march them up there. So please have them there on time, well ahead of these breaks, especially if if your swimmer's in event 27, we need them right there at the beginning of the break. Let's see. Warm up procedure, warm up assignments. Like I said, with the warm water pool not being available, we're only using the competition pool. We settled that by just adding a third 20-minute chunk for the girls. I think the boys have like 14 and change per lane. The girls have like 11 and change per lane on average overall. I tried to limit it to, other than this one kind of messy one here with the boys, tried to limit it to 2 or 3 teams sharing a lane. So hopefully y'all can get along and get nice and warmed up. Hopefully this is a clear graphic, but if you have any confusion about your team, let me know. I'm sure if there's any questions at the end, we will have a chance to answer those. But Sarah, would you like to go ahead and take over?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. So I'm Sarah Olson. I'm your meet ref. And for the weekend, I have Adam Danzinger and will be our team lead CJ, and Jill Nemore is our administrative assistant. First of all, I'm really excited to be working this meet again. I did it last year. I had a ton of fun, and I'm hoping to replicate that experience again this year. A couple things I did want to touch base on though. For disqualifications, I want you to know that we will not be notifying the athletes. We will be notifying you, the coaches. So um, to let you notify the athletes with the 10 and unders, we just feel that's a little bit better to get the news from someone they know. If you have any questions about disqualifications, you can take them to the deck ref. We have a very well-staffed deck this weekend. So we have two deck refs that'll be at every session. So one of them should be able to talk to you if you have a question about a disqualification after you receive it. If you need further clarification on it after that, feel free to approach me and I'd be happy to talk to you about it as well. But I ask that you start with the deck ref for any questions. One thing about safety in the facility, if you have an issue where someone gets injured or sick or something, the lifeguard staff should be the ones that you approach for that for the most part. If there's some kind of safety issue with the facility, make me aware and I'll talk to the staff as well. And then with this facility, if you're not familiar with it, behind the blocks, there are bleachers right behind the blocks. It can get a little noisy back there. And so any teams that end up sitting in that area, I'm going to ask that you help to control the noise. I don't want control the noise specifically during the starts. And really during the relay starts are the worst of it. So if you guys can just give a hand to help remind the swimmers, hey, quiet at the starts, because we want every swimmer to have the best start that they can and be able to hear the officials and the start. Other than that, I think that's about it. I'll be walking around deck all weekend. Feel free to say hi or just stop and talk to me or ask me questions. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. I know many of you. I don't know if I know all of you though. Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks, Sarah. Yeah, it's, as you mentioned, the kind of admin areas. If you haven't been to a meet, we usually there's the very obvious like up on risers, Colorado, and the computer that's right there by the lane 8 start end. Those people are just kind of running the meet. They probably don't have answers to any of your questions, so don't bother them. Tucked in the corner by some double doors that go up to the stairs, that's where you'll see a big admin area. That's where I'll be most of the time. That's where Jill, the AO, will be. If you have questions about stuff, that's probably the best way to go. And then we also have some sort of admin stuff going on or organizational stuff going on in kind of the crow's nest. It's the area above the filter room. In the opposite corner, that's where we're going to have the announcer. That's where we're going to have the DJ EJ playing music. That's where we're going to have all the award staging and that kind of thing. So we kind of have three different little areas where we're kind of doing meet ops in addition to the hospitality area. And yeah, like I don't know, it should be fine. The meet's a little smaller than last year, but like 8 kids or something like that, so it's almost identically the same size. The only problem last year with deck space was just a little bit of, or sorry, with the spectator space was a little spectator issues during the girl relays. So I imagine we'll have that again, and I'll just be up there telling people to be nice and be calm. But other than that, we should be fine. With that, I will open it up to any questions.
Will there be any warm-up space available in the main pool during awards?
The diving well is open throughout everything, including during the award breaks.
But not the main pool?
No plans for that now. Nope.
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, diving well is connected to the main pool, but yeah, not the main lanes. Yep.
Jake, just a comment about spectators again. With the mezzanine being above the blocks there, it's a safe sport issue if families are having a mobile device using it to record or take pictures just at the start.
Yep. Hold on. I can share with everybody what we've posted in the past. We addressed this issue with what's it called? With USA Swimming Safe Sport a year ago, and they signed off on this. So let me see if I can open it and then share it. Excuse me, everyone. I'm sorry. All right. Share. So we'll have many signs like this. Filming and photographs behind the blocks per USC Swimming Safe Work guidelines. Photographs should not be taken from behind the swimming blocks at the start of a race. This prevents swimmers from being photographed or filmed while in, quote, vulnerable states. Please be mindful of these expectations when filming your swimmer's race. So we will also have our our deck attendant people looking, keeping an eye on that. It's been fine. It hasn't been an issue at any of the other meets at Verona. But I gotta make sure it fits. Filming from the side of the pool in a way that doesn't capture the swimmer in a vulnerable state is recommended. I gotta fix it. We had this posted in our regional meet last weekend, and my mom was there because my nieces and nephews were swimming, and she pointed out to me that I had a typo, and she was very disappointed. So I tried to fix it for her. Does that answer your question, Robbie, or anybody else have any other comments or concerns about that?
Yeah, that's good. I just wanted to throw it out there because it's.
Yep, appreciate it. What else?
With the warm water pool not being, can you hear me?
Yep. Yes. Hello, Katie.
With the warm water pool not being used, can teams still sit in there?
Yeah. Yep. The next space is all open. Yep. There'll be lifeguards, and they'll just be telling you can't go in the pool. It's just the heater is down, so you wouldn't want to go in the water anyway, because I think it's like 70 or something. I don't know if they have it at. Yeah, so the pool is full of water because it was the path of least resistance to keep it full and circulated and chlorinated and everything else. It just doesn't have any heat. So yeah, all the deck space is in there. So if you're a team that has enjoyed sitting in that area in the past, you can sit in the exact same area you were in last year. No changes to that. And you'll be able to access coach hospitality through that space as well, which is different than some of like if you were at our regional meet last weekend, you had to access the coach hospitality only through the hallway. You'll be able to access it from the warm water pool deck. Goodie bags. I guess I didn't mention goodie bags. I can throw that on there for next time. We'll have those when you check in. We got some nice these are cool because you can actually add it's functional Lego pieces, so you can add stuff to it. We did not give them Lego pieces in the goodie bags because we figured a million Lego pieces on a pool deck with a bunch of barefoot people is everyone's nightmare. So they'll get these glasses. They got some tattoos. They got a coupon for a free Culver's frozen custard and one or two other things. So that should be nice. And we have a few extra because we just you always plan for more. So we'll have a few extra for sale if anybody loses theirs or just wants more swag. Any other questions? We got them in red, Robbie. This is for you, buddy. We got red ones too. You'll be excited about that, Robbie. All right. Going once. Going twice. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and we'll see you on Saturday morning.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jacob.